Hello and welcome to this video on Hong Kong, a city known for its iconic skyline, bustling streets, and vibrant culture. But today, we're going to talk about the darker side of Hong Kong that rarely gets discussed. The side that many people are not aware of, or perhaps choose to ignore. We're going to shed light on the political turmoil, social issues, and human rights violations that have been happening in Hong Kong, and why it's important to talk about them. Let's start with the political turmoil. Hong Kong is a special administrative region of China, which means it has a high degree of autonomy and its own legal system. However, in recent years, China has been tightening its grip on Hong Kong, which has led to widespread protests and unrest. In 2019, the city witnessed the largest pro-democracy protests in its history, with millions of people taking to the streets to demand greater political freedom and autonomy from China. The protests were met with a violent crackdown by the authorities, resulting in hundreds of arrests, injuries, and deaths. The situation has only worsened since then, with China imposing a new national security law in Hong Kong, which critics say undermines the city's autonomy and freedoms. But the political turmoil is just one aspect of the problem. Hong Kong is also facing several social issues, such as a widening wealth gap, unaffordable housing, and a high suicide rate. Despite being one of the wealthiest cities in the world, the wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few, while many struggle to make ends meet. The cost of living in Hong Kong is exorbitant, making it almost impossible for many to afford basic necessities such as housing, healthcare, and education. The high pressure of living in such a competitive environment has also led to a high suicide rate, with Hong Kong having one of the highest rates in the world. Furthermore, Hong Kong has been accused of several human rights violations, including the mistreatment of migrant workers, police brutality, and the suppression of freedom of speech. Migrant workers in Hong Kong are often subjected to long working hours, low pay, and poor living conditions. The police have been criticized for their use of excessive force during protests, with several instances of violence and abuse being caught on camera. The authorities have also cracked down on the media, arresting journalists and censoring content that is critical of the government. In conclusion, Hong Kong is facing a lot of challenges that are often overlooked or downplayed in the media. The political turmoil, social issues, and human rights violations are all interconnected, and they paint a picture of a city that is struggling to find its place in the world. It's important for us to talk about these issues and raise awareness about them, so that we can work towards finding solutions and supporting those who are affected by them. Thank you for watching, and please share this video to help spread the word about the darkest side of Hong Kong.